I think like many people, when you acquire a disease later in life, you have this huge challenge of like, it's a total change to your identity. You lose more and more. Sorry, it's a bit emotional. Because you lose that sense of self. Just being able to go out and walk your own dog, not being able to do that anymore because it's not safe, is really difficult. I'm Kerry, and I was diagnosed with inclusion body myositis back in 2015. At that point I was in my 50s. It was actually when I realised I just couldn't even step up on the first rung of a ladder that I went back going, I really think there's something wrong. Your muscles deteriorate over time. But the most common presenting symptom is weakness of your quadriceps, difficulty going upstairs, falling over in just situations where you wouldn't expect to fall. It's a pretty insidious and nasty disease. Can be very isolating for people. So even in terms of friendships change, you know, family relationships change because you can no longer do all the things that you did before. My first involvement with Neuromuscular WA was thanks to another IBM patient actually, and she suggested that I contact Sarah. It was such a relief to know that there was someone out there that had knowledge that I was trying to find, where you can go to as you progress and get support and information is really reassuring.
I'm Dexter. I'm 9 years old. This is my sister Addison. She's 11 years old.
Dexter, he is very funny. He makes the whole family laugh sometimes. And he can be very cheeky and mischievous, but I love him just the way he is.
My favourite thing about Addie is that she gives me very good cuddles and she reads to me at night time.
Addison and Dexter, although they bicker at times, particularly before school in the mornings, they love each other to bits. They've got a beautiful little relationship. Dexter was first diagnosed with SMA just after his first birthday. SMA is often referred to as the childhood version of motor neuron disease. It affects not only the muscles that you can see, like your arms and legs, but it also affects all your internal muscles with breathing and swallowing. Most children born with type 1 SMA don't live past their second birthday. There was no treatment available and no cure, and we were told that he would never be able to walk. It was a huge shock that turned our life upside down overnight, basically.
The biggest change was the name change from MDWA to Neuromuscular WA. We knew as a family that the support wasn't going to change, everything was going to remain the same for the great support that we get, but we didn't know where to turn to when we first got Dexter's diagnosis, because we were a neuromuscular condition, but we didn't fall into that MD bracket. This was massive for us. It gave us a little bit of hope that people that are maybe going through what we went through can reach out and find someone straight away, because the impact that they have had on us and the family is massive. We're happy to be able to call everyone their friends. The first interactions we had with Neuromuscular WA was when we were needing a CoughAssist machine. These machines are, I think, $10,000 or $12,000, and it's something that comes out of the blue, and it's something that we can't just, you know, go around the corner and grab one. It's not something we use every day, but when he's sick, it's something we rely on to keep him out of hospital.
We recently received an Empower grant for some solar pool heating for our backyard swimming pool. He wasn't really able to use it as much with his sister Addison. It was just far too cold. Now that we've got the pool heating, they can be in there for hours together, which has been really lovely. It's made a huge difference for Addison as well.
I think the way that the team have nurtured and brought Addison along, and the way that we get invited to carers days and stuff where it's good just for myself or Donna to go on our own. You get to interact with people. They may not be going through the same condition or the same experience as you are, but it's good to have a chat to someone. You know they're not going to judge, you know they've gone through hard times, and they're just there to have a bowl, as we did a couple of months ago, and a good chat. And it's great just to be able to interact with people you know are going through similar things.
My name is Santiago Martinez. I'm 39 years old. I'm from Colombia, and I live with muscular dystrophy that is called limb-girdle muscular dystrophy type 2A. The symptoms were lack of strength in my legs and my arms. That's basically how I discovered that something was different with my body. So it was around the 17, 18 years old when I was back in Colombia. That was very difficult at the beginning to find how to deal with my condition. I was very lucky because I started the journey with Philippa Lamont, and she referred me to NDIS in that time. So since that moment, I could understand much better that I was not the only one that has a muscular dystrophy, that there was a support team. But at the beginning, yeah, it was very difficult to find what to do. That's why I think that it's very important to have the system navigation in place, because for people that is recently diagnosed, they can know what to do, especially how to navigate with the NDIS, how to navigate with the different systems, the support that we receive from the government and other entities. One of my biggest goals when I started in the NDIS journey was driving again. So I started probably 3 or 4 years ago a process for driving rehabilitation. Basically, I have a joystick in my left hand and a mini wheel in my right hand, and I can control the car with those pieces of equipment. Accessibility is an essential thing for someone that lives with a neuromuscular condition. So the equipment that you receive and makes your life easier. As a person that lives with a disability, I know how important it is to have freedom, to feel equal, and to have access to the same opportunities. There is a bad misconception that accessibility is only putting a ramp. A lot of things that are involved. So we need to change the mind to get more job opportunities. The unconscious bias is a huge thing. And we have now the opportunity to change it. The way to change it is give everyone the opportunity. If you give us the opportunity, I'm totally sure that we can surprise you.